What's up, y'all? Kevin Hart goes off. Not on Tony Heathcliff, but on us. I always find it funny when black folks can wag their finger and tell and say, hey, you guys don't talk to me that way. I ain't the one and I don't. But when they check by them other people, is yes, a master. Yes, a master. Okay, master. As a read states how was I did. I was wrong, even though I didn't say nothing wrong. I was wrong. We're gonna talk about his Breakfast Club interview this morning. We're also gonna talk about I saw this I was tagged and someone with this total rewrite of hip hop history. And it is MSN had an AI rewrite of the multicultural roots of hip hop. And we're also going to talk about more of my predictions that continues to come truth. You can say what you want about these cards, but I tell you this, when I told y'all it was a 10 of hearts year, this is the year of the fade, face-to-face confrontation, and the year of the same team fighting. People who traditionally been on the same team fighting one another. More of that in the alt-right going on right now. More of that going on right now on the alt-right. So we're going to break that down. And this has been a reoccurring thing because I'm going to put a survey up. That's what I'm about to do. It just hit my mind to do a survey with y'all. I want to, because we have Saturdays where we have the cardology tier on every 3 Saturdays a month. We go live on Patreon and do some readings and stuff like that. But I want to know, do y'all want me to intertwine my readings, go back to intertwining more readings here on this channel? I want to know if y'all want me to go back to intertwining readings within the content more, sort of like I used to. Do y'all want me? I'm gonna see if y'all. I'm putting a survey, put a poll up. More card readings within the live. Let me know. I want to know what y'all think. I'm gonna follow whatever y'all say. Salute to the cardology tier, y'all. Y'all got neglected the last week because I've been going through. I didn't want to do any cards the last 2 weeks because I knew what was going on in my family. My father-in-law. So I didn't want to. I don't like pulling the cards out at certain times. Like one thing I don't read. I ain't trying to read death and no shit like that. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm cool. But so this last week or so, 2 weeks, I ain't even touched my cards. But my mind is back right. My mind is back, well, almost back right. So I can pull these cards back out. You know what I mean? But what I've been going through, I wasn't reading shit. So I want to know what y'all think in the poll. I put a poll up there and I will go through the poll and let me know what y'all think. We're about to get started. Also, before we get started, what I need y'all to do is go to DwannB.com. I got some new stuff up there at DwannB.com. I got some new stuff. Let me see here. New window. Let me show y'all here my new stuff at DwannB.com. Then we're going to get started with the topic. Quick commercial break. I'm about to be, next month is Black Music Month. Y'all know that, right? It is Black Music Month next month. So I need y'all to go to DwannB.com, become a member. Join my inner circle, for email updates. But in the shop, I got a new line of t-shirts I'm doing, selling different artists. My favorite artists got the Ice Cube Death Certificate album cover, some P-Funk Mothership Connection, some Earth and Fire, some Steely Dan. Also, the framed Black American music family tree we raffled off this past Hidden History Museum show. I wanted to auction, not auction. I keep saying auction. I want to raffle that one off, but now that's been done, we have it up here on BAM on the Dwann.com. This is the canvas. This is a canvas, but it's a framed canvas. It's dope as hell, and this is a signature collection. This is a signature collection because I know I pump faked with y'all like a week ago. I mean, about a year ago. I really am about to redo this tree now. I just needed more time to give some more subgenres and newer genres onto the tree. But the tree's about to be redone. We're going to keep this one up here. So this is now going to become the original signature series. I'm going to come up with a few different trees from a few different points of view. But we're about to redo this tree right here. But for Black Music Month, you can celebrate it and get it right now at Dwann.com. This is dope. Like these new framed ones, these are dope as hell. Like I got one that I raffled off, but I didn't get one for myself. Like the only one that's out there was to the raffle winner. He's the only one that got. It's like only one of them out there. I'm about to send one off to Robert Glasper next time I see him, and I told Battle Cat I'm about to send him one. So Battle Cat and Robert Glasper are gonna be the first two that receive this signature version. They're gonna be the first two, and me, of course. And then whoever gets one after this is y'all gonna be after that. But I'm about to send one off to Battle Cat, another one off to Robert Glasper, and they're gonna be the first two with this signatures volume 1 of the Music Family Tree. Y'all get it right now at Dwann.com. All right, and that's all part of the fundraiser for BAMFamilyTree.org. Y'all see the fundraiser tab down there? Make sure that you hit the fundraiser tab to be a contributor to the Black American Music Family Tree Historical Foundation. You can do it there, or if you want to become a monthly supporter, we can do that right here at BAMFamilyTree.org. Dig it? Now, let's get to what we got to talk about here. With that being said, what's up, Star? What's up, T Dynamite? What's up, Boris Shock? Brandon Simple. Salute to everybody. DJ Lundy. Salute to everybody up in here. 225 Girl. Appreciate all y'all for joining. Yeah. Salute to everybody up in here. So, let's get into it. And of course, let's see here. So let's start first with some quick news updates. We're gonna do some quick news updates before we get into the main topic. Look at this. There's a man accused of attacking a Trump supporter. Look at this shit. Right? It's out here like near San Diego, down over in Escondido. Some dude, and if y'all notice, they don't have his picture here. Notice you don't have a picture. So no, that's the first thing you look at when you don't have a picture. Guess who the suspect is? This dude attacked a homeowner in Escondido for a house decorated with pro-Trump flags. Let's watch this news story real quick.
We are actually outside of what's known as the Trump House here in Escondido. You can see it's decked out in American flags and pro-Trump flags. Now, I just spoke to the victim's wife, who tells me that her husband is still in the ICU. She's asking for prayers ahead of some tough decisions that will need to be made, according to her. Now, the suspect did make his first appearance in court today, and he will remain behind bars until his next hearing.
This was an unprovoked attack on an elderly victim at his home in Escondido.
The man accused of attacking the man who lives at what's known as the Trump House in Escondido, making his first appearance.
Look at that. They don't show his image, huh? And mind, the victim since passed away. But notice how they don't show his image.
In court. 32-year-old Thomas Butler is facing charges of attempted first-degree murder, elder abuse causing great bodily injury, and 2 subsequent charges of battery and making threats. Prosecuting attorney Ross Garcia saying Butler punched and stomped on the victim, Carrie Sharon's head, at least 2 times before a witness stepped in.
A witness intervened, and the defendant in this matter approached him, advanced on him, and threw a punch and made criminal threats towards that witness.
Butler pleaded not guilty. Meantime, Sharon's wife says her husband is still in the ICU, and while she didn't want to go on camera following the court appearance, she told our team Thursday her husband was working on his truck before the attack happened.
I want justice and I want the...
Butler will be held on no bail until his next hearing in June.
Notice how
now there are reports
circulating. They didn't show his picture. So what I did, I went and found this picture. And this is the man right here that did it. Well, I'm not sure the guy died or not. I think I saw one report said he passed away. I saw a couple that said that he didn't. So don't quote me on that. I saw 2 different reports. One report saying the guy's in the ICU, another one saying he's dead. But this is what we do know. This is the suspect right here. Y'all notice when they commit crimes, all of a sudden, people's faces get blurted out. But let a black 11-year-old steal a candy bar at a liquor store. You gonna see little Tay-Tay's picture everywhere. Right? Right? We're the only ones. We're the only ones that's valid. We the only ones. Where we the only ones niggas at? Black folks the only ones. And them this goes totally against what goddamn what's that dude name? That Isaac Hayes looking nigga? That was on 5150. What's that dude name? I don't watch the channel. Lloyd Daniels, whatever his name is. Him and Charleston White, this goes all against what they be talking about, don't it? Don't it? We the only ones. We're the only ones. We is the only ones. Why we the only ones? Why is we the only ones? We is the only ones. We the only ones. Dumbass niggas. Yeah, Anton Daniels, that's his name. What's up, DJ G Kenny? Yeah, Anton Daniels, that's his name. We the only ones. We the only ones. We the only ones. You got people like, and in the next story, you see what's going on right here. You see what's going on right here with this Myron Gaines. When we talk about them fighting, we made the prediction. We told y'all this year that the people on the same team will be fighting each other. This is an older audio, but this audio's gotten resurfaced with this Myron Gaines dude.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot. Stupidest thing ever, mate.
This is why we're talking.
Him getting called the N-word, a sand nigga. This is the dude that's always talking crap about black people. This is the guy that was defending Chud the Butler's right. I call him Chud the Butler because he about to be serving niggas up in jail. On his KNEEs. That's what Chad the Butler gonna be serving up. He gonna be serving up on his KNEEs in prison.
By our standards. Don't fuck fucking fall for it. Don't think that they're on our side. Oh, base nigger. You know, it just doesn't happen. It's just, you know what I mean, though? This is what people think. This is what people think. No, it's what people
but Myron Gaines,
like,
Myron Gaines is 100%.
Look at this. No,
Myron Gaines
like,
has
base nigger. Like,
how many followers that Myron Gaines has?
What they're doing, because it's really low, is they're basically saying that they can't trust these kind of people, because at the end of the day, they still niggas. They talk pro white, and they say this and say that, but at the end of the day, he's still a nigga. And so they reminded him of that infighting. But there was this part right here. I'm not gonna play the whole video from Myron Gaines. Not Myron Gaines, that Nick Fuentes punk. Him and that white supremacist adjacent, mixed with Negro, mixed with something else. These non-white white supremacists. Nick Fuentes looks the whitest, but he's still a Spaniard. He's Mexican. He's a non-Anglo white. Myron Gaines is just a sand Arab. Sneeko, you see what's been going on. You see what's been going on with DJ Academics going at Sneeko. Now you got Nick Fuentes. These are all people who align themselves against Black Americans. What's his name? Academics is black. He's black when it comes to hip hop. Outside of hip hop, he's Jamaican. He's somebody who's completely anti-Black American when it has to do with anything outside of hip hop. Him going at it with Sneeko. And now listen to what Montana Max had to say. I want y'all to listen to Montana Max real quick.
I see this clip today with Sneeko. What is this guy's fucking problem? Yesterday, Memorial Day weekend, he goes on stream and he goes, you know, Nick Fuentes needs to be more of a unifier. The way he treats people's really inconsistent. He trashes Candace, then he wants to do a stream. This guy needs to do this and... So I saw that clip and I was like, you know what? No big deal. That's kind of like my new motto. It's like, don't get tilted, don't get mad. No big deal, right? I'm like, whatever. I'm on a boat, I'm hanging out with the niggas. I'm like, it's no big deal. Then today,
he's having an issue with another white supremacist, but he still got to throw the N-word in there. See that? And where the fuck did that go? That screen go? There we go. Y'all see that? I'm sorry. Let me make this. Let me fix this. Let me fix this. So listen to him talk more about his issue that he's having with his fellow white supremacists.
Fresh Monday. I'm watching a clip from his stream. He goes, let's look at all the different Israel critical streamers. Who's going to unify the anti-Israel movement? Nick Fuentes, 10%. Dan Bilzerian, 35%. Me, 35%. I'm like, okay. You know what? Fuck Sneeko. Fuck you. I have had it up to here with Sneeko. I have been tolerant. I have been far too nice. I have been taken for a sucker. You don't want my friendship. You don't want me as a friend. Let's see how you like me as an enemy. Okay, pal? I go out to New York.
You know it's serious when a fake white boy say pal. Pal! When a white man do that, yeah, pal. You know it's some serious shit going on right there. Pal! That's you see here. What's Nick Fuentes' birthday? His birthday is, y'all say y'all want more readings? Okay, we're gonna get to the Kevin Hart part last, all right? August 18th. Look, these people. This is what happens when you center. This is what. Oh, he's 8 of clubs. Let me see. This is what happens when you center your unification with others around hate. When you centralize your unification with other people around hate, you're not going to have a long-standing relationship. You're just not. You are not going to have a long-standing relationship. And I'm going to tell you why. When hate is the genesis of when hate is the inspiration for your motivation, there's a, what do they say? There's a thin line between love and hate. That thin line can feel like love. That thin line can feel like love. But the minute that line is crossed, and it don't take much to cross the line, y'all. Plus 29. It don't take much to cross the line. It's a thin line between love and hate. She will fool you one day. Should listen to the old school music. And this is the reason why you cannot do things off love and hate. See, Nick Fuentes and Sneako's relationship was never going to be anything to begin with. Nick Fuentes is an 8 of clubs. Sneako's a 3 of diamonds. That's a fixed person, staunch in their point of view, versus an agitator, a 3 of diamonds. And their combination card is a jack of spades. I could have told them all from the moment in the cards that these two, you niggas, could never get along. If you and somebody else, y'all, the card that y'all share, y'all combination card, if your card is a jack, any of the jacks, jack of spades especially, that's a fake friendship. That's a fake alignment. That's an alignment that conspires for nefarious means. That's nothing that can last for a long time. So I'm happy this happened. I hope you're happy this happened. And as the year goes along, what we need to do is continue to sit back and watch. Watch these people fight each other. That is the theme of the year. These people are fighting each other. They hate each other. They don't like each other. You dig? Let them have it. Stay out their way, black folks. Don't be no Captain Save a nigga, all right? Don't be that person. Let these people fight. Stay the hell out their way. We'll get to the music part last. Now I want to get to this Kevin Hart part. Kevin Hart wants to come at black people and come at people who had an issue with him booking these races. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to play about 2 minutes straight through without any cutting, just the beginning part. So y'all can see how this part starts so you get the full context. And then I'm going to cut away to a few parts. All right. Yeah. It's a thin line between love and hate. Listen. No. Kevin Hart. People are watching the roast because they like you. most of the black people that did not like what was said had no clue who Tony Heathcliff is. Hell, when I saw him the night before the roast, I barely even recognized him. I really only recognized him because of who he's with. He's with my homeboy. I'm like, oh, that's a guy. But when I saw him, I still didn't connect him with the roast jokes and like all that. I just remember seeing him around a comedy store. I still didn't even like connect the two. Shane Gillis is somebody that I will go so far to say as chat room, and tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'll go so far as to say 95 to 98% of the black people watching that roast had no clue who Shane Gillis was. Chat room. Am I off? Am I off, chat? Did you know who Shane Gillis is? I do stand-up comedy, and I didn't really know who he was like that. And when I saw the roast, I was like, oh yeah, I've seen him around at the Comedy Store, but I don't pay attention to their comedy like that. So I don't even go in the room when they on stage. I was like, I'll recognize him, but I didn't really know. People didn't know who Tony Heathcliff was. People didn't know who Shane Gillis was. If you follow Kevin Hart, you probably don't know who Shane Gillis is. So already, not taking ownership. See, that's the thing about being the boss. When you're the boss, you got to take ownership. When you put your face on something, you got to take ownership. So he's trying to make it seem like, well, you saw a roast. You're supposed to be. No. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah, y'all in here saying all basically the same thing. People did not know who this dude was. What's up, Breeze Omega? Breeze Omega from New York, from the East Coast. He definitely know who no goddamn Shane Gillis is. And people were like, oh yeah, Shane. And somebody tried to tell me, they were like, man, that's Shane Gillis. He was on SNL. I was like, I don't watch no goddamn SNL. Only time niggas watched SNL was when Dave Chappelle came on and when Eddie Murphy came back. That's the only time this whole goddamn century we watched SNL. The Dave Chappelle one and the Eddie Murphy one. Some of y'all watched the Tiffany Haddish one. Then when niggas watch 2 or 3 episodes of SNL all century. Am I lying, chat? Am I lying? So it's not like we don't watch no goddamn SNL. Let's keep going.
That's what they do. It happens every year when they do a roast. It's not new. This isn't a new.
Read the body language. Real tight. The body language is real tight. Pay attention. The frustration. It's like, why am I having to answer to you niggas?
It's not a new agenda. It's not a new approach to comedy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because we know comedy, there are many ways to skin a cat. And the way black people roast and the way white people roast is different. We're culturally different in how we roast. Usually our roasts are with our people. And black people roast about what we see physically on you. We see your height, your color, your weight, what you're wearing, how you smell, how your voice sounds. They, when they're going in on us, make stereotypical jokes about culture. Cultural stereotypes is how they roast when they're roasting us. So if you're a black person that don't pay attention to white comedy, which is 95% of black people, not saying we don't watch all white comedians, like most black people, they know who Bill Burr is. They fuck with Bill Burr. You know, we like, if you was around in the 80s and the 90s, you love fucking Rodney Dangerfield and George Carlin. You know what I mean? So we do have some, but overall, we really don't pay attention to them. So culturally, their style of roasting isn't something that's culturally connected to us, because a black person is not going to make up a cultural stereotype about somebody who died a fucking decade ago. Hell, white folks still roast, they still talk about OJ. Like, these dudes still, in their comedy, when they're talking about black people, they're still going to find a way to bring OJ into it. So while Kevin Hart's trying to do this to us, and look how perturbed he sounds. This nigga sounds perturbed. He really sounds like, why am I even having to talk to you niggas? And make sure y'all hit the foundation donation button right here. Donate to the foundation, the Black American Music Family Tree Historical Foundation. Okay, 77% say they want me to keep with the reading. Okay. Hey, chat room, press number 2. If the reading I just gave was with the Fuentes people, check the number 2. If that was good. If y'all like that, more of that. Press number 2 if y'all want more of that. In and out, in and out. But y'all see this? Look at how fast they are to wag their finger at, okay, we're the problem. We came in because we like you. And that's what, okay, y'all like that. Cool. Good. Big. That's a pretty big response. Press the number 2. I mean, I appreciate press number 2. But you see this with Kevin Hart. And I pull out Kevin Hart's card when I'm done talking about him. I pull out Kevin Hart's card. But this is what a lot of these celebrities don't get, man. We like you. We don't know who these people are. Let's keep going. What did I tell y'all before? What did I say when I did my initial review of this roast? What did I say? When they hired Tony Heathcliff, that's what he was hired to do. That's why I'm not mad at Heathcliff. I'm not mad at him at all. He did what Tony Heathcliff did what Tony Heathcliff did. That's what the fuck he do. Did I not say that? See, this is what they call plausible deniability. They can they can eat this stuff in there, but nobody can really, Kevin Hart, plausible deniability. It wasn't my joke. I didn't write it. That's what he said. Yeah, maybe it's too far. But hey, it's a roast. But I didn't know. You see the deflecting? Give this nigga a tennis racket. My God. Give this nigga a tennis racket. This nigga deflected more than Venus and Serena Williams combined. But what did I say on this very channel? I said when you hire Tony Heathcliff, you bake it in the cake. This is what the result is going to be. It's baked in the cake because that's what he does. The fact that you hired him that's what you wanted to get done. Own it, nigga. All I'm saying is own it. Don't play us for fools. Well, there are fools out there, but people that follow my channel ain't fools. And for the people who just, everybody else who ain't a fool, who just working day to day, we don't be picking up on all this stuff. We kind of just, most of y'all is out there at work right now and getting through your day without cussing somebody out. So y'all don't have time to think about these kind of things, but that's my job. Let's keep going.
Yes, I mean, that's why you're there. And
oh shit.
I was best set.
Look, read the body language. He said, talk about his set. No, the set wasn't that good. First off, he stuttered on the punchline. Go back to the George Floyd punchline. He stuttered. And because if y'all follow my channel, y'all saw that I pointed out why is a comedian using a 7-year-old example. Let's go back and watch. Let me see. Let's see if I can find that video. He said, judges set. Here it is.
The best thing about her, she once dated 50 Cent, not the first time a Jew bent over for 50 Cent. She's aging like a vegetable in Lizzo's fridge. And she fucking sucks and all.
He's tight as hell. Let me see. That's not a funny set to me.
Black community is so proud of you. You've done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
He stuttered. That wasn't good. You know, he did not deliver on the punchline. Listen again.
You've done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all laughing so hard that he can't breathe. Laughing so hard that he can't breathe. At us all is looking up at us all. George Floyd is looking up at us all laughing. Now George Floyd is looking up at us all. Now George Floyd is looking up at us all. Now George Floyd is looking up at us all. Now George Floyd is looking up at us all. Now George Floyd is looking up at us all laughing.
He didn't even deliver the punchline right, and you defending that? But again, this isn't Kevin Hart talking. Kevin Hart was sent. You could look at Kevin Hart's body language. It looks like somebody said, you better get out there and defend them white boys, boy. Don't he look like he's speaking under duress? Why are you talking under duress, Kevin Hart? That I just did. He said, Pete had a Charlie Kirk joke, and that did offend a lot of white folks, and I'm glad it did. I'm glad it did. Hey, do y'all know Comedy World Gossip? Y'all know Tony Heathcliff and Pete Davidson don't get along, right? I don't talk about too much beef between black folks, but they white. So I can talk about they beef. Yeah, and I've heard this a lot from a lot of people. That this is kind of like an open story in that Comedy Store world. Tony Heathcliff and Pete Davidson do not get along. Seeing those two on the same stage was hilarious. I know Pete Davidson was mad than the motherfucker. And I don't mind bringing this shit out because me and Pete Davidson was cool pre-Kim Kardashian. Like 2011, before SNL, Pete was cool as hell. Last time I saw Pete Davidson, that motherfucker walked right past me like he didn't know who the fuck I was. I was like, all right. But that's how it is. And it could have been me too, because whenever the 3 times a year I go to the Comedy Store, I don't smile with them folks. I just keep walking. So he could have also been looking like, this is a big motherfucker right here. And I do got great chinny chins. But Pete was cool as fuck back in 2011. But that's how it always is. Outside of it's like 2 or 3 I can say. Like Bill Burr, cool as hell. But I met Bill Burr after he was famous. But that's how there's most of the white boys. They be cool as fuck at Marty's when we got the open mics. They be cool. But then the minute they get on a TV commercial, they be looking at your black ass like, who the fuck is you? But I do know that Pete Davidson and Tony Heathcliff don't get along. At all.
I'm not looking at Tony quick. Like, that's what I know. What
see, what Kevin Hart keeps skating around is the jokes about Kevin Hart were around black stereotypes. The joke about Charlie Kirk is about Charlie Kirk. The Charlie Kirk joke does not group in stereotypical behavior and stereotypes about white society. Larry, I'm on live, you hoe ass nigga.
Man, all right,
So look at that. Let's keep going. Right there. That was George Floyd's brother said that in his why didn't Kevin Hart go harder? And that's true. The way that but if you listen, Kevin Hart still is either he doesn't get it, he doesn't understand the larger implications of the jokes of why black people are mad. It wasn't just about George Floyd. It's about the culture attached to it. It doesn't have to be that. But this is the same man that had to apologize for saying the Egyptians were black. Who remembers when Kevin Hart got kicked out from hosting the Oscars? Chat room, I forgot. Why did Kevin Hart get kicked out of hosting those awards? Was it the Oscars or the Grammys? Let me see. Why did Kevin Hart... Was it... Let me see here. That's what it was. That's what it was. 2019. Kevin Hart stepped down from the Oscars after homophobic tweets and jokes from earlier in his career resurfaced online. So while he's talking about us, it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be this. This is a dude that lost a pretty big check for saying jokes about another community. He later apologized publicly to the LGBTQ community for a 10-year-old joke. And he admitted he mishandled parts of the situation. Look at how they treat when they offend other communities versus when they offend their own. This is why I can't take what Kevin Hart talking about. Right, he had a joke about he made a joke about having a gay son. And it was Larry's gay ass that reminded me of that. Sissy boy. He made a joke about having a gay son and had to apologize to a whole community of people for a joke about his own son. Son of a bitch. Look at the difference. That's the problem. It is that. And like I said before, if we're dealing with the Don Rickles days of the 70s, when everybody can get it, if we're dealing with the 70s, 80s, and 90s, especially early 90s, when everybody can get it, when Eddie Griffin can still get an HBO special talking about white society, when Don Rickles can make jokes about Jews, gays, and black people, it's cool. When Richard Pryor can go on stage at the Hollywood Bowl and call everybody in that audience, he puts a middle finger up at the LGBTQ. Back then, it was just the gay festival in 1977 Hollywood Bowl. If Richard Pryor can go on that stage, say what he said about them, and still have a career after that, If we're dealing in those times, then okay, to me, my perspective even changes. Like, okay, because now I can go whop right back at you and your culture, and I can still have a career. But it's not like that anymore. There are defined communities that you cannot say anything about if you want to continue with your career. So no, Kevin, it doesn't have to be that way, but it is, nigga. Oh, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. He's trying to wag his finger at the audience who came because they love Kevin Hart. That's where he's messing up. You're telling people who don't love you, don't watch you because you might have some comics booked that they have no clue who these people are, and they're going to have to sit through these faceless, nameless, clear people because they love you. They're complaining because they love you, Kevin. What do you like? That's true. Anton Films, he wore a dress on SNL if they said he wouldn't. Yep. Right. Richard Pryor did not like the way the white gays were treating the black gays, and Richard Pryor went in on them. And he still had a career afterwards. He wasn't canceled. If we dealing with those times, then cool. Dwann Brown ain't got nothing to say about not one Tony Heathcliff joke if we're dealing in those days. But we're not dealing in those days. He said, going back to plausible deniability, remove me from it, I didn't say it. You cannot be removed from it if it was your roast and you approved of the comics on that roast. You can't be removed from it. You can't be removed from it because it was your roast. And you did not go back on that stage and kill him off. What is everyone's this is how you know the roast is a problem. Everybody's lasting impression of the roast is the racist host and the racist comics. Not you. Kevin Hart, you had the last word. Meaning, as a comic, you should have been able, especially a comic going on your level, you should have been able to wax that whole stage to a point to where everybody forgot about what they said about Cheryl Underwood. Everybody forgot what Tony Heathcliff said. Everybody forgot what Shane Gillis said. Tony Heathcliff and Shane Gillis ain't no beast on stage. These ain't no goddamn stage rockers. These are people who they're funny. These are not comics that when they get on stage and do they set, they are not about to tear the house down at all. Kevin Hart can though. He can tear the house down like a mother. You were the last one up. Your shit should have been so there to where we're not even talking about them. But you let them off the hook and you turned around and called them black women bitches along with the white boys. They called Lizzo and Cheryl Underwood bitches, and what did you do? Turn around and you called them bitches too. I don't fuck with them feminists because they some jive weirdos that most feminist women they're in lockstep with racism, white supremacy. That shit was started by a goddamn feminism was a whole operation. So I ain't in I don't fuck with feminists. But I understand what feminists are saying with shit like this. I get it. It's not like the feminists don't have a point. You let the white boys call them two black women bitches, and then you followed up. As black men, we can't And the bitches weren't. Here's the thing about it. None of the time the words bitches were used, the jokes were funny. It'd be different, like if the punchlines hit. But it was like it was almost like calling Lizzo and calling Cheryl Underwood a bitch was the punchline. The joke was forgotten. None of the jokes supported that level of aggression, is what I'm trying to say. Kevin Hart said, judge the comedy. I'm judging the comedy. The level of funny versus the bitch, we remembered the bitch, not the punchline. So was the bitch the punchline? Because that's another way you can write jokes as a comic. You can say, okay, I want to approach this joke. I want this to be the joke. Now I want this to be the punchline. Now let me craft something to build me up to say a punchline. Like that's how, like, when I mostly improv my jokes, but back when I did used to write more. I write jokes for other people still sometimes, and I punched up scripts before. And if I punch up a script, sometimes you'll have a punchline already in your head. Like, let me give you an example. I have a joke. I used to have a joke about people. I'm not gonna say that joke because I can't have that man. But just say I'm just gonna make something up. Just say I want to talk about somebody's hairline, and I want the punchline. Just say in my mind I have this person has a George Jefferson hairline. Let's just say that in my head, like, damn, this person got a George Jefferson hairline. I have to create and craft a story and a reason for you to listen to me to build up to the punchline of this person's hairline. So I may approach that with, I don't like people with deformed person. I don't like deformed motherfuckers. I don't like deformed people. People that go around acting like they got their stuff right, but ain't shit and they right and they life right. You know what I mean? You got people, they dress nice, got a nice car. How you gonna have a nice car, nice shoes, and a fucked up hairline? Oh, George, that's just off the top of my head. Yeah, but y'all saw how I built that off the top of my head? I wanted to get to the person's hairline. So I gotta create something to get to the hairline for that to be the punchline. That's a way of reverse engineering a joke. So when I heard the way they hit Lizzo and Cheryl Underwood with the bitches, that had me questioning, did they just want to call them women bitches? And they created a joke around it so they can get the bitch off? I know how this shit works. Real talk, Kid Cash, the roast was below average. Real talk, Lady Hotep. I'm surprised they didn't say black bitch, right? So nah. See, y'all niggas out there in the industry that y'all don't want to fuck with me. I spent 20 years playing music in church as a drummer, and I spent 15 years on stage cracking jokes. And more years than that, behind the scenes, writing scripts and writing jokes for other people and punching up stuff. I know how this shit works intimately. I know how this shit works. So y'all can't come out here blowing smoke up people's asses and expecting people to be ignorant. Part of my job is to educate the masses. So anybody listening to me ain't gonna be goddamn ignorant. I'm gonna use my experience to educate. That's what I do. Let's keep going. Lady Falls made a good point. She said, I was just about to say Kevin Hart's been a hypocrite ever since he swore he wouldn't wear a dress. Right. Right. Make sure you go to the Black American Family Tree Historical Foundation, bamfamilytree.org. And also go to dwannb.com and visit the shop, because we have free shipping on domestic orders over $75. We got my new t-shirt. We got my t-shirt line is back up. Limited edition 1865. Next month is Black Music Month. June is Black Music Month. So we got some artist t-shirts up there that are for a nice price for you. We also have the Black American Music Family Tree. And when you get to the website, you know, you can break it down. You get historical figures, t-shirts. Oh, I gotta add the Dr. Oh, I got Dr. John Henry Clark. You get the Bam Family Tree. You get all the different renditions of the Bam Family Tree, all the different artwork and clothes. I also got my sample packs for the music. I keep forgetting to tell you, I still got my live drum sample packs at DeWannB.com. All right. And I should have my Black American the flag. Why ain't the flag up? Chat room, I should have the flag. The flag should be up. I got the Black limited the Black American flag. I don't know why it's not up. I'll have it up by the end of the show. But get this new canvas. This new canvas is fire. Only people that got a canvas, this limited edition. I'm about to mail one off to Robert Glasper. I'm about to mail one off to DJ Battlecat. And those are going to be the first two with this edition of the Family Tree. They're going to be the first two with this edition. The signature edition. It's a canvas that's framed. Now let's get back to this, because there's one more point I want to make on the Kevin Hart before we go to the hip-hop thing. One more point I want to make. So that's called a false equivalence, and I'm not going to let you get away with that, Kevin. No. If two people randomly got shot at the party, you're right. That is nature. They will say it was at your party. But yes, you can definitely deny that. A roast isn't two people who are randomly cracking jokes. A roast are people that you selected. And that if somebody else did it, you said okay. A roast, it will be now a fair comparison would be like, okay, Kevin Hart had a party. Two people that were in his bottle table section. Kevin Hart had a party and he had bottle service, and there were 10 people at his bottle service at his booth, and 2 people from Kevin Hart's VIP booth that he invited to the club got into an altercation and shot one another. That will be the equivalent, Kevin Hart. Not random people, 2 people that you were invited. And they rode in the car with you and they sat next to you in the night, got into an altercation that harmed other people in that club. That will be the equivalent. You invited them. And when it was your turn to roast back, you didn't get them. Let's just tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. People don't even remember Kevin Hart's ending. Am I wrong, chat? Who walked away saying that Kevin Hart had the biggest part of the night? Hell, most of the talk was Cat Williams, honestly. That's real talk, Easy Eye. He said more like being in a car doing a drive-by and not shooting. Right. But the people shooting killed someone. You're complicit in the murder. Right. You didn't pull the trigger, but you drove the car. Right. Kit Kat said 5-1 splaining. Right. Prince and Michael, 2 megastars, and they still roll for us. Right. Right. That's real talk, Just B. So, yeah. That's right. Come on. You don't know clips of Kevin Hart's part on social media afterwards? Yeah, it's like, okay, that's what people have an issue with. part of the roast is the person being roasted coming on stage and wiping the stage of everybody that has something to say about him. And you didn't do it. You didn't do it. Before we get to the last story of the day, I do want to say, rest in peace, Sonny Rollins. Rest in peace to Sonny Rollins, a mega giant, part of that second generation of jazz saxophonists behind Ornette Coleman and Charlie Parker. He was in alignment with he was part of the same class as John Coltrane. In the same class as John Coltrane. Sonny Rollins played with Miles Davis. He played with all the greats. And he was around during the prime of bebop. Bebop is one of easily the most influential forms of music ever created. And it's a form of music that hip hop took all of its principles from. Sonny Rollins was a forefather of bebop. He was one of the he's one of the ones that took bebop, and then from bebop into avant-garde and hard bop. He was really into that hard bop, that New York hard bop sound, because bebop comes out of Kansas City, hard bop comes out of New York, and Sonny Rollins was one of the progenitors of that hard bop sound. Rest in peace to Sonny Rollins. I mean, you talk about a mega giant, while they're over here trying to give hip hop to all these other cultures. When we got Sonny Rollins, who up until yesterday is still here. Did anybody in hip hop, for as many Sonny Rollins horn samples were sampled, who in hip hop gave love to Sonny Rollins during the hip hop 50 celebration? He deserved it. And then also today is the 100-year birthday of Miles Davis. Salute to everybody on my Patreon. We have a 4-part series on the evolutions of Miles Davis. We took a break this past Sunday because y'all know what I was going through. We're back at it this coming Sunday, May 31st, to close out the 4-part series on the evolutions of Miles Davis. Make sure that you join the Patreon. Music University students, you guys get it live. Everyone else, you get it afterwards. And if you're on Patreon and you're looking for the series, go to the collections. There's a Miles Davis collection, and it's open for everybody on Patreon. And for those of you who don't know what we're doing over there on Patreon, we're doing stuff like, this is one of the slides right here. This is one of the slides that I have up over on Patreon on the evolution of Miles Davis. Talking about we were talking about the funk fusion era right here and what it did and how it expanded music. You dig what I'm saying? We talked about the keyboard players, the Rhodes, the Herbie Hancock, George Duke, Chick Corea, and what they were doing. So that's all over on Patreon. We're teaching the roots of Black American music. Brorshaw, you say you rewatched the 3rd part of the class last night? Yeah. The classes are real deep. But yes, most definitely, happy 100th birthday to Miles Davis. Happy 100-year birthday. You dig? Let me see here. Now let's get to the last story. I gotta put it up. I thought I bookmarked it, but I didn't. Somebody tagged me in it. So I gotta go back to where I was tagged. I thought I had this tab up. I thought I had this tab ready to go. Let's see here. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. This is what I saw. I saw this article. Hip hop's multicultural foundation. Let's look deeper. Hip hop's birth in the Bronx in the 1970s was a product of African American creativity, Afro-Caribbean DJ techniques, like what? And Latino community traditions. Notice they don't name the tradition. What Latino community tradition is a cultural foundation of hip hop? When people align on our history, folks, we just got to ask simple questions. The questions are very, 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 very simple. You say Latino traditions. The next question is, what traditions? Which traditions? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Yeah. What in the hell going on here? One second. There we go. Let's go further. Figures like Jamaican-born DJ Kool Herc pioneered the breakbeat. Excuse me. The breakbeat was already there. The breakbeat goes back to Louis Jordan. Here's the early breakbeat. Caledonia.
She long lean. Caledonia is her name. Caledonia. What make your big head so hard? Mouth, I love you.
That's the early breakbeat right there. When Louis Jordan was rapping and breakbeating. That's the breakbeat.
I'm lean and lank and they had nothing to eat, but she's my baby. And I love her just.
He was roasting He was rapping and he was hitting the break beat. James Brown remade Caledonia. Look for the breakbeat part. Break. That's a break. The music is going dun 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 dun. Break. Break. That's the pioneering of the break beat. Right there. And from Louis Jordan through James Brown, James Brown expanded the break beat. All this work was done before there was a Kool Herc. Follow me. Let me get to the break. Let me see. Baby. That's the break beat right there. There it is. There it is. That's the break beat. Not no goddamn Kool Herc. Good. That's the break beat, nigga. The fuck are they talking about some Kool Herc? Kool Herc was just following the pattern that James Brown laid out for him, fool. He was just following the pattern that James Brown laid out. It says while block parties and street competitions drew on Caribbean toasting, African American performance styles, and Latino social gatherings. Black people been gathering doing music, and not just in Harlem and not just in New York, but nationwide. The block party, the cookout, big huge sound systems in Philadelphia during their block parties. Y'all heard Louis Jordan toasting in Caledonia. These are all things from DJing techniques to quote unquote toastings to the block party gatherings. These are all things that Jamaicans and Latinos saw black people already doing, and they assimilated to a strong culture that was already there up on arrival. Look at this. So y'all see this, right? All this stuff was already going here long before they got here. See, I still don't know what toasting is. You're right. Toasting is what we call clowning, Zafira. What's up, Brandy? We had you. We was talking about you yesterday here. We was talking about you yesterday, Brandy. Real talk, go gadget. Without jazz, there would be no hip hop, specifically bebop. Jazz laid all the foundations for hip hop, all of it. Bebop specifically, and bebop is what made funk. There would be no funk without bebop. Fred Wesley, Maceo Parker, these were bebop musicians. We gotta remember James Brown band. James Brown's band, from Clyde Stubblefield on drums to Maceo Parker on sax, Fred Wesley on trombone. These were all bebop musicians. All of James Brown's band was bebop musicians. So that bebop is what went into their funk. Okay? The Ohio Players were a bebop band before they were a funk band. They were bebop musicians. And it's something that a lot of you hip hop niggas can never work around, because y'all be the first ones to go running right to a DJ, forgetting the fact that the DJ is only as good as the records that he's playing. It's the people playing on the records. They're the movers and shakers. The DJ is a tastemaker. The DJ is the one that presents to you something that hopefully there's a fusion between what he presents and your taste. That's why Kool Herc could not DJ Caribbean music. Said it all the time. Fab Five Freddy even said it. Kool Herc could not DJ Caribbean music. A DJ is only as good as the music he's playing. And too many of y'all like to skip over the musicians and the producers and jump to the DJ. You gotta start at the beginning. You gotta start at the beginning. It's about what the DJ is playing, not the DJ. The culture comes from the records that the DJ is playing. Somebody said JB was not the only funk musician. Who said he was? And if you take me talking about James Brown as the only one funk musician, that means you're a fucking idiot, okay? When someone uses an example, it's not saying that everything else doesn't exist. It's saying this is an example. And a, not only. Learn English. God. Real talk, X-rated. The DJ is simply the bartender. The drink Uncle Nearest was already a hit. Right. That's a perfect example. The bartender ain't getting you loaded. The drink is. The DJ ain't the one that's sending you to bliss while you're out there dancing. The music the DJ is spinning is what's doing that. Yeah, a lot of people used to be DJs. DJs are very influential. But the real DJs understood that it's the musicians. They had respect. It wasn't until you get to, I won't even say early hip hop, later in hip hop, it's not until you get to hip hop that people start looking at the DJ as some, like this whole DJ Kool Herc, as if Kool Herc changed anything. He didn't change nothing. He wasn't even the only DJ doing that. It was more DJs playing in the Bronx. He wasn't the only one. And the DJ's a middleman. That's why most great DJs are musicians. The best DJs are musicians first. DJ Battle Cat is a musician. Sly Stone was a DJ before he came and reinvented West Coast funk. Rufus Thomas was a DJ. B.B. King was a DJ. If you took black R&B out of hip hop, you'd have nothing. Yeah, Wikipedia is lying. That's why we got to start a petition. We got to start something to change Wikipedia. That has to change. That's a lie. We have to keep talking and keep talking and keep talking. We can't shut up. That's why I'm giving all you guys talking points. Yeah, Howlin' Wolf was a DJ. Ike Turner was a DJ. Count Basie. Count Basie was before they had the DJ records. Count Basie was actually playing live on the radio. The DJ is the tastemaker. They're the bartender. They're the driver of the bus. They're not the vehicle itself. DJing has to be put into its proper context. That's why I have to come out and keep giving you guys talking points. And for those of you jumping in thinking I'm missing something out, you must be new. Check my history. Everything people are saying, I've already covered 2 or 3 times, 10 times over. This is something that we as Black Americans, we have to keep talking. We can't be quiet. Like the same reason why I know jazz is completely Black American is because Miles Davis always reminded us of that. Sonny Rollins, rest in peace, always reminded us of that. Charlie Parker always reminded us of that. Herbie Hancock, Wynton Marsalis, Robert Glasper, these guys have always held it down. The reason why we benefit and know that is because we never stopped talking about it and claiming it. We're reclaiming rock. We got to do the same with hip hop. We got to be loud about this. We got to be loud. It's very important. It's very important that Black youth understand that we have a proud culture to claim. It's very important. You cannot remove the music from what the DJ is playing. Like, going back to hip hop. Hip hop cannot remove itself from this root, R&B. And R&B is, if heavily, especially R&B didn't really take off. The reason why you don't bring back the jazz, because R&B really took off when you get modal, the fusion of modal jazz and gospel and jump blues. Louis Jordan was jump blues. You had the modal sound, and Ray Charles fused the modal with the gospel, with the jump. Let's see here. This what's the song called? Y'all remember this from the Dog Pound? Where did that come from?
Working that lucky, trying to get paid the right way, but somehow.
Where did that get paid from? Come from? Rest in peace, Mr. James Carmichael. That came from a James Carmichael production with Lionel Richie. That's James Carmichael. All day. Y'all heard that? From I Don't Like to Dream About Getting Paid by the Dog Pound was a sample of James Carmichael. Love Will Find a Way. See, I have family roots in this. I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, you ain't about to take away my family roots. Nope, nope, nope. I love my wife and her family way too much for y'all still at. Way too much. Was it this one? You go down and who remembers this? Y'all say, okay, that's an old 30-year-old hip-hop song. Let's go to Nas King's Disease. This was what, 2 years ago? Listen to this sample.
Comedy is hilarious. Close your eyes.
They get niggas time like it's lunch down there. You go down there looking for justice. That's what you find. Just us.
That's Nas Ghetto Reporter 3 years ago. Another James Carmichael sample from the Commodores. It's a motherfucking James Carmichael sample. Boy, if y'all don't get out of here talking about some Jamaican roots, ain't a motherfucking thing Jamaican or Caribbean or Latino about that. They want to throw a goddamn Cool Herc in your face. They want to throw a Cool Herc in your face and not show love. Let me show y'all. That Love Will Find a Way, that was done right here. That's James Carmichael right there. Do he look Jamaican? Do he look Caribbean? That's him putting that music, all that music together for Lionel. Anything you ever heard Lionel Richie sing on, that's the man behind it. Still getting sampled to this day. King's Disease. Yeah, we played that on Saturday. Yep. Yep. If somebody can help me out with a petition to Wikipedia to change this, let me know. I don't know how to put a petition into Wikipedia. But if one of y'all can help me, I'll get it going. And that's also why we got to expand the conversation beyond New York. Because Oakland didn't do his hip hop the way New York did his hip hop. LA didn't do his hip hop the way New York did his hip hop. Because when you move to LA and when you move to Oakland, you have zero Latin influence. You have zero Jamaicans there. There are no Jamaicans here. So you can't tell that lie. And the Asians and the Latinos that are out here, for the most part, are very pretty honest. Like Be Real from Cypress Hill, he's very honest about it being black music. He's not, Be Real from Cypress Hill is not trying to claim it for his culture. He's very honest. Appreciate that, Coon Killer. Kid Cash. Yeah, that's it. I've been listening to y'all. I'm gonna chop some of these videos up in the clips so people ain't gotta watch the whole video and do these in their breakdowns. But in the meantime, y'all, we gotta stand strong for our culture. We gotta stand 10 toes down for the culture. send toes down, and love ourselves, all right? And love ourselves enough to not let nobody step on our shit. Can't be letting nobody step on our culture. Whether if Kevin Hart, he is fine. If he wants to give excuses to Tony Heathcliff, fine. We ain't. Let's continue to allow the alt-right to fight. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let them keep fighting. Hey, donate to my foundation fundraiser right now. Everybody got 5 on it. Y'all got 5 on it. And on the Q&A poll, it looks like a resounding yes to do more readings. Appreciate the donations that you guys have sent in so far. Yeah, billionairs55.com. We vote in LA next Tuesday. If you're in the Lamar Park area, go to billionairs55.com. Get Isaac Bryant up out that seat. Get Isaac Bryant up out that seat. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and find a way to edit Wikipedia on the origins of hip hop. But yeah, I did this. We'll see how things go. I keep teasing the late night live. I've just been busy. Appreciate anonymous donation for $5 for the foundation. But thank y'all again. Like y'all support, y'all foundation support helps. We gonna change Wikipedia, y'all. We're gonna find a way to change that shit. Yeah, Cube smashed on Be Real early. Yep. Yeah, Jim McClinton. You say you're researching the petition? Please do that, Jim. JM. And then email me, contact@dwannb.com. Contact@dwannb.com. Email me if any of y'all can help me with how to edit Wikipedia. We're going to do that, all right? We're going to do that. And with the community support, with our support, we outnumber them. We outnumber them. We outnumber them when it comes to those of us who are fighting a good fight to preserve Black American history. We outnumber them. They just have a small, gritty bunch. But we have a large bunch that stands in honesty and truth. Let's do this, all right? Yeah, you can also Cash App donation, Dwann B1. You can also Cash App donation, all right? Thank y'all again for listening. We out. Do.